Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Thank you very much for the time and the effort you are putting into uh, making the learning a little bit more, I don't know, great or greater. I really appreciate your time. For those who hasn't completed drill number one and number two, I have this audio track just for you to get to know a little bit about the things we have to make, right? Este video está estrechamente relacionado solamente para aquellas personas que no han podido completar el ejercicio número uno y 2. Acordémonos que estamos viendo en este caso el hábitat de los animales. Dice, tanto los farm animals como pet animals tienen diferencias. Algunos animales tienen pelo y otros plumas. Algunos viven en nuestra casa y otros afuera, en el granero. Esta semana estudiaremos sus diferencias físicas y el lugar donde vive cada uno. Observo cada una de las imágenes y recorto los animales, luego escucho el audio con diferentes descripciones físicas y el hábitat y ubico cada animal según dichas descripciones. Esta semana estuvimos trabajando un poquito con los chicos con la parte de los animales y de qué estaban hechos. Nada más, a grosso modo, vamos a repasar un poquito acerca de lo que vimos para poder entenderlo un poco mejor, right? Okay, let's see. Nosotros, bueno, en nuestro hábitat, en nuestro mundo, tenemos diferentes tipos de animales dependiendo de lo que ellos están hechos, así les vamos a decir. Por ejemplo, like a peacock, we have a tiger, this is a jaguar, zebra, giraffe, and a snake. Ok, en el caso de los animales que tengan pelito, por ejemplo, zebra, I don't know what else, the giraffe, or the cat, or a dog, we have to say it fur. Fur. In case the animal it has feather, pluma, vamos a decirle feather. Y en el caso que tenga algunos escamas, scales, right? Those are the predominant types of covering, animal coverings. También tenemos los tipos de piel como skin, que es básicamente piel, feather, scale, and fur. Once again, skin, feather, scale, and fur, right? ¿Qué es fur? Okay, primero que todo, fur son animales que tienen pelaje. Por ejemplo, cheetah, giraffe, tiger, zebra, or the giraffe, right? We already have mentioned cats, rabbits, or zebras. Feathers are animals that have feathers like parrots, ostrich, and that's kind of cool animal. Someone say that this animal is only found in Africa, and I didn't know it. That was great. Skin, for example, elephants, rhino, or in this case, pigs. Okay. Siempre y cuando tengan piel, ¿verdad? Si cuando tiene mucho pelito, pues es fur, pero normalmente el cerdo tiene skin, right? We have scales. Where are scales? Scale animals are animals that have scale. For example, the pangolin, the cobra. Well, this is not a cobra. Actually, this is a coral snake. And the Komodo dragon. They have scales all over the body, right? That's the reason why they are mentioned here. Okay, so we are supposed to watch this video, so
We've
let's pay
learned
close
so
attention.
much about different animals and where they live and what they need. Let's learn about animal coverings. Fur. Some animals are covered in fur, which is a thick layer of hair. Fur insulates animals to keep them warm and dry. Here are some animals.
Okay, we already mentioned the tiger, monkey, rabbit, and this one it's a new animal called skunk.
that have fur. Scales. Some animals are covered in scales, which are small plates that protect their skin. Reptiles have dry scales, while fish have smooth, wet scales. Feathers. Birds are covered by feathers. Feathers keep birds warm and keep water out. They also help birds to fly. Shells.
I didn't focus on shells because I think this is something we may learn further. But it is really important to know a little bit about the shell. For example, this is a turtle or crab. They also have shells.
Some animals have a protective shell covering their body. This shell acts like armor to protect the animal's soft body from predators. Turtles and tortoises have both scales and shells. Ooh, very interesting. The last animal covering we have is skin. Some animals are covered in skin. Amphibians, like a frog, are covered in soft, moist skin. Mammals that are covered in skin also have hair, but not as much as animals that have fur.
Okay, she just mentioned something really particular. She says mammals that are covered in skin also have hair, but not as much as animals that have fur. Acordémonos antes como el cerdito que vimos que tenía pelo, pero él, aunque tuviese pelo, no es tanto como un gato, como un perro, right? That's the reason. It is skin, right? Okay, so let's start working with the job we have for today. Acordémonos que lo que teníamos que hacer era recortar estos animales, nos iba a quedar esta hojita suelta, entonces íbamos a poner la fecha y vamos a pegar esta ficha en el cuaderno, al igual que esta, ¿ok? Porque al recortar esto de acá, esto nos va a quedar suelto, entonces lo vamos a pegar en el cuaderno para aquellas personas que no lo hayan pegado, right? So let's start working with this one, right? Vamos a escuchar el audio track. And we have to pay close attention to the drill we have to work with. So let's pay close attention to the drill. It's audio track 6th grade. No, 2nd grade. So let's pay close attention to the first audio track, right? This is the first one.
2nd grade. Unit 4. Week 4. Linguistic task number 1.
Number 1. Fish live in the fishbowl. They have scales and fins. Number 2. Pigs live in a pigsty. They have a tail and hair. Number 3. Horses and chickens live in the barn. Horses have tails and chickens have feathers. Number 4. Cows and goats live in a stable. They have horns. Number 5. Dogs live in the doghouse. They have fur and ears. Number 6. Cats live in the human house. They have tails and fur.
Okay, that was the first video, audio track, sorry. Even though I already mentioned cows living here and horses living here, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter the place. They can either live in a barn or in a stable, right? So just mentioning that something it caught my eye. It was something like, I don't know, but that's okay. Ok, esos son los que tenemos que trabajar con estos. En Linguistics Task number 2, recorto las imágenes correspondientes a los animales y sus hábitats. Luego escucho el audio y completo oraciones en el orden correcto. Esos son los que vamos a colocar acá. Vamos a escuchar the audio track for linguistic task number 2.
Second grade. Unit 4. Week 4. Linguistic task number 2. Number 1. A dog lives in a doghouse. Number 2. A pig lives in a pigsty. Number 3. A turtle lives in a fishbowl. Number 4. A sheep lives in a barn. Number 5. A cat lives in a house.
Okay, this was linguistic test number 2. Just in case you haven't completed by yourself. Básicamente hasta acá trabajamos la parte de farm animal or pet animal. Realiza una presentación corta sobre dos animales, uno de la granja, farm animal, y otro doméstico, pet animals. Puede dibujarlos o buscar recortes. Incluye un nombre de los animales, el color, tamaño y dos características extra relativas a la apariencia física. Los pongo en clases o en vivo en audio mi teacher. Ok, es para que lo vayan haciendo. Básicamente esto lo hicimos también en nuestra clase, y lo voy a dejar por acá para que los chicos que no lo hayan completado lo puedan ir haciendo y no se vayan atrasando. Solamente recordarles que en la parte de los videos no he vuelto a hacer, básicamente porque tenemos que fomentar las clases presenciales de alguna forma, y considero que solamente cuando existiese la necesidad de hacerlo lo voy a hacer, como por ejemplo en esta GTA que tenía algunos audios que teníamos que hacer, pero normalmente no estoy volviendo a hacer, o no he vuelto a hacer por lo mismo, para que lo tomen en cuenta. Cualquier duda, consulta, me pueden escribir por WhatsApp, Teams o mi correo electrónico, el cual está por acá, si no me equivoco. Bueno, igual en otras GTAs está, sería jonathan.monjeconejo@med.go.gr, perdón. Espero que tengan un bonito día. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any question, just let me know. Bye bye everybody. Thank you very much. See you later, alligator.